Hello, I'm Ubuntu, and this is another episode of my Let's Play series for the Technic SSP mod pack for Minecraft 1.2.5. I actually had quite a bit of changes since the last recording. Did a little bit of texture work, got the crushed obsidian working, obsidian dust, a couple other things, but that's really minor. I made a second alchemy bag, because if I somehow lose the one that I have here in my inventory, I might not have access to the resources that I would need to make another alchemy bag anytime soon. So I want to be able to keep all of my important resources with me at all times, now that I have such a big inventory that I can just access anytime, even though it looks like a mess and it's going to be a pain sometimes to find stuff. It's going to be super convenient, but it won't be convenient at all if I lose the alchemy bag and have no diamonds, for example, to make a new one, to get all my stuff back. So just a little bit of precaution. Second alchemy bag, stored away, nice and safe. Not really safe, but safer than it was. Alright, so in this episode I'm going to, well, I've got a few different directions I'm going to go. We're going to head to the temporary base that I had over that way, back when I was first trying to get some chickens, because I killed a bunch of scorpions while I was out there and got string. Then we're also going to set up a Nether Portal, and we are going to, well, I might use Mistcraft to make some dimensions for finding silverwood trees and greatwood trees, shimmer leaves, some things for Thaumcraft basically, so that we can make some better progress in that. And basically just do a resource hunt in a place that isn't going to get ruined if we collect too many things that affect the aura or taint levels. I did some mining in the overworld down under my place here. Found and marked a whole bunch of, a whole bunch of crystals, and that was only in one mining channel, like one direction mining for a long time, just digging straight out for a while and then moving that corridor down a few levels, mining out again. Not a good explanation of it at all, but basically, point being, there's a lot of V crystals underground, apparently, especially around like the Y50 level. Not so many down closer to bedrock, apparently. And I did some mining, a lot more mining actually. I did a bunch of strip mining, filled a whole chunk, or dug out a whole chunk from, like, using strip mining, not the entire all blocks and everything. But in the endless desert day dimension, I was trying to find V crystals there first, and found 0 when I was doing strip mining. But I was only doing that below Y level like 15, and that apparently is too low to find V crystals. So I actually came to the conclusion that there weren't any in the Mistcraft ages, which seems strange to me. So I came to the overworld, did the mining I mentioned, and then earlier today I was working on something else for Thaumcraft prep, and it was in the desert, and I stumbled across 2 V crystals very close to each other in the desert, and they were around Y50, so just a heads up. Around Y50 or Y45 is where the V crystals seem to be, in at least in Mistcraft ages, but it's kind of around where I've seen them here too, so maybe that's just the case everywhere. Alright, so let me check something briefly here. Right, so going out to that temporary place to get some string to make the talisman of repair, so that I can have like backup tools and keep those in the alchemy bag so that they get repaired while I'm going and doing other things. It's just going to be really nice to have that. Zombie brains are required for certain things in Thaumcraft. Researching the brain in a jar, which is kind of an upgraded version of a bookcase, meaning that it has a more positive effect apparently on your research or your failure rates or whatever when you're doing Thaumcraft research. But zombie brains, you cannot actually get them in you want to be able to make brain in the jar for those bookcases, so you need the zombie brain in the Crazitum in order to research for the brain in a jar research. But you can't get the zombie brains from the angry zombies that they come from, because the angry zombies don't spawn in this mod pack. I don't know if it's the specific version of Thaumcraft 2 or if it's a conflict between Thaumcraft 2 and Mo Creatures. I think it's Mo Creatures just like doing something wrong with another mod and not accounting for that mod spawning certain things. Because you get the Thaumic Slimes and the Tainted Creatures, but you don't get the Angry Zombies at all. And I turned off all the Mo Creatures spawn frequencies for everything and got no Angry Zombies. I got regular zombies, but no Angry Zombies. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I made something in the Desert Day age that I think's pretty neat. Used a lot of redstone stuff, some industrial craft stuff, and actually a less common modular force field system, in order to kind of make it how I would envision it if it were on like a multiplayer server. So it's completely protected from anyone trying to break into it because it has a force field around it, and it uses Ender Chest to submit certain items that I can toss into a kind of a pit and have them magically go up to that force field area and get exchanged in that area for brains, zombie brains, which will then go into another Ender Chest that I have access to right where I dropped the stuff in the first place. So it'll exchange fur and slime for a zombie brain. I was trying to think of things that would be fitting for that and also wouldn't be too hard to find or too easy to find. That seems kind of balanced because the fur is pretty easy to come by. You just, kill a bunch of foxes or something. These slimes, though, you have to kill a bunch of jellyfish, which thankfully are not terribly uncommon here, but they're still not like super common, so it'll balance it a little better than if it was just fur or something. Alright, so I'm going to, once morning comes, I'm going to take a boat out to my other temporary place and grab that string. I'm thinking of setting up another portal there, and I'm also thinking of trying something interesting here with linking books and basically using a Mistcraft dimension as a what's the word? Kind of as like a proxy or a buffer or whatever, between other overworld locations and my base. Whoa. That's a werewolf. Lovely. Yeah, so I think maybe I accidentally set something differently because I don't remember seeing werewolves with my Mo Creatures settings before, but now that they're showing up. So maybe I'll check that, fix it, if it becomes an issue. But yeah, basically if I make a linking book for Mistcraft at another overworld location, and I have a linking book for my base here, and I have both of those link books, and if I have a configured descriptive book, then I can, from the other location in the overworld, I can make that link book so it's tied to that other location, I can use the descriptive book from that location to go to that age, and then I can use the link book for my base here from that age. So basically I'm traveling from my overworld other location to a new age to my overworld base here, and I can get back to that other location from that's actually going to take a moment for me to figure out. If I made a second, I think I would have to make a second Mistcraft age for traveling back to that overworld location from my base. So maybe I won't deal with that in this episode. I'll figure it out in another episode. Yeah, scary stuff over that way. Right, I kind of gave you a glimpse of this, but basically I went to the mining, the dense ores age, since I'm not going to be using it for mining. Actually, since I'm talking, no, I'll wait for the sun to come up and go and get that stuff, and then we'll go work on other stuff. So I basically put all of the things that I mined from that dense ores age. I put most of them here. These unprocessed ores I actually mined after doing that. I really only put all of, like, the redstone, lapis, nicolite, and like fuels and things like gold ingot or gold dust, copper dust, all that kind of stuff. But I was trying to keep all the ores still in that dense ores age. And then I did that all that desert mining, and all the overworld mining, and just ended up collecting tons of stuff. Like over 2 stacks of tin ore, over 2 stacks of copper ore, 3 stacks of copper ore, about 2 stacks of iron ore, and a few more diamonds. Some crystals I collected from the overworld here, and then I discovered there's a bunch more nearby, and I could have actually avoided collecting them under my base by going a few chunks away, just being a little safer. But now that I know there's some in the desert, which I didn't realize at that time, now that I know that, I can actually just collect the crystals from the desert like I planned originally, and hopefully not screw up the overworld beyond what I already have. All of my rare Thaumcraft stuff is here. I have Fragments of Lost Knowledge. I actually just realized I have 8 of them. And if I grab a book, since I'm not using this linking book, I want to put it away. I'll do that between episodes or something. Oh wait, that's right. I have books in here now. Books. Great. So I'm going to make a Thaumcraft. It's fun to say. Awesome. It's my first Thaumcraft. What does it say? It's gonna be empty, because I've done like no research. But wow, that's a lot of content. I didn't realize there was so much. 37 pages of Lost. Only a little bit of Tainted, thank God. Alright, cool. That was neat. I'm gonna put it in my bag and move on. Where does it go? Okay, it's right here next to the Philosopher's Stone. Right. Now that it's day, I'm going to get my boat. Grab a few more boats, actually. Alright. So just to double check, I have flint and steel in here. I have 12 obsidian, so that should be more than enough. That's my base from the outside. Neat. Oh, waypoints. So when I was trying to find the V crystals in Mistcraft Ages, I discovered, because I went back to some of the ones that I have there, I discovered that the waypoints that I've marked in those ages, they're missing. There's 0 waypoints in any age that I go to, which is kind of not good. Whoa, no, no, no. That's... yeah, that's not okay. 4 sharks spawning right in front of me on my boat when I'm moving at max speed. Anyway, yeah, so Mistcraft Ages, they, for some reason, they don't work well with the mini-map waypoints. So, something to keep in mind. Need to be really careful about not going too far from where my book is when I go to a new age. Alright, boat. I didn't know you could place a boat in a boat and they'll both go down and shoot away from each other. So, another thing... wait, is this... no, that's not. Okay. I thought it might have been a dungeon. So, boats don't actually turn into boat items when they hit something in here. They actually just break into some planks and sticks. And so that's not cool. Alright, I'm going to find a... well, first I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to find a place to put the Nether Portal. Yes, my chicken coop above my primitive dirt place. I can actually grab my stuff now from here. Cool, so there's that, arrows, bones, leather, 28 string, it's not bad. Gunpowder, slime, rotten flesh, spider eyes, that'll come in handy, shark teeth, claws, fur. So that's 3 zombie brains worth right there. Distorted skull. Since my boat's got kicked away, I'll put this in my inventory too. Charcoal, sure. Since I'm probably not coming back here for a while, let's grab a bunch of wood. Food, right, and eggs. Fish. Yeah. Cooked chicken is about the only thing I need from here. Oh, mushrooms maybe. Okay. Anything in here? No. Oh, right, eggs. Okay, so I got my string. That's what I came for. I need another alchemy bag. Actually, I just need to drop off all this ore at the other place. Oh, and I found emeralds, sapphires, and rubies when I was mining, so that's exciting. Alright, I'm just gonna take a boat back to the base there. I would really like to have a backup of all this stuff here, but it's not super important if I lose it. Not expecting to lose it anyway, I guess. Shark teeth, or slime. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for now and head back before it gets dark. sharks though. I will collect this fox because I need fur for zombie brains. Wait. Oh no, that's just an egg. I don't think shimmer leaves actually contribute anything, like, to the aura. I know the tree does, but I'll just collect these shimmer leaves while I'm here too. Because they're quite useful in Thaumcraft. Hello, snake. Right. Get back before dark, hopefully. Without dying to a shark. This is a big volcano underneath the water here. That's why it's all dark. All the basalt. Alright, now the trick is to get out of my boat under this chest so that I don't suffocate. Alright. Whoa. I have never been inside the chest before. That's a neat one. Right. That's not cool. At least I can drop some things off. Shark teeth, big cat claw. I want the fur and the slime ball. Gunpowder. Wow. Interesting. Didn't realize I could access all of my storage from here. If only I could get back in my boat from here, that'd be pretty cool. But I'm gonna have to, like, break something at this rate. I don't want to break something. Awesome. I'm going to use any eye to fly. And I'll fix that some other time. Anyway. I'm gonna grab a sheet of paper. I think I have paper in my bag. No. Right, great logs. I'll go on a separate mining trip just for those. Come to me, fishy. Lovely. Do I have any left in my bag? No, I suppose I'll just put some in my bag if they ever end up in water again. Alright, so I'll show this briefly. That got mined out. I kept this one. I got rid of the air one and the other blue one that was over here. And the V crystal that was out that way too, because I need V, or a V crystal specifically, in order to make a V detector. And I'm hoping to make both a V detector and a taint detector today. So, oh crap, I headed back before making my portal. Got too distracted. Alright, Nether Portal is going up somewhere else. Ah, okay. And leather. Oh, seriously? Sorry. I just realized something. Okay, so I'm going to the desert. I'm going to drop off a bunch of stuff. Well, actually just that in the desert and that. I need paper. I don't have any with me. Should be able to get it here. Ah, and I can show you something neat. Did I turn off cheat mode? I didn't. Okay, lovely. That's good, because I need creative mode. Okay. So passing all that for now. This was my project today. Because I wanted to do something a little bit more complex than simply going into NEI and giving myself a stack of zombie brains and tossing in, like, the trash or whatever, some other items. I wanted something that would actually do it automatically, like some kind of part of the game, because I like the roleplay aspect. So, this chest is where the zombie brains go. They will go into this chest from way up here if I throw some slime balls and fur into this pit. So let's throw a little bit of slime into the pit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all of these. If this slime will leave me. Seriously, no. I forgot creative mode was still on. Let me turn that off. deal with all these. Okay. I need to fix that. Wow. Okay. Creative mode on. Get one of these. Oh. That should be fine. Okay. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Alright, so there's no zombie brains yet. But if I toss in 7 fur, because I tossed in 7 slime, zombie brains. It's like magic. Oh my god. Don't trust me with creative controls. Okay. Alright, so it's giving me 7 zombie brains. It's not an instant thing though. It's not like you can throw in a full stack of 64 in a second. This is going to need to be turned down. So. What? Oh, okay. Good. So it's not like it will just instantly give you a full stack of zombie brains if you throw a full stack of slime balls and fur into it. It goes kind of one by one with each pair of slime ball and fur. Now if I touch this, if I wasn't in creative, I would be getting damaged. This is 1 block above the top of the world. This is a force field. It's indestructible, even in creative. And it deals damage to anything that touches it. So everything inside there, pretty safe. Now, don't look for a second. It's a joke. I'm going to let myself in. Right. Okay. So, yes, 911. And I have to do it to get out also. I'm trapped in here. But at least I don't fall all the way down. Okay, so, really quick overview. In the top up here, that block there is basically the hub or whatever of the MFFS, the Modular Force Field System. And it needs to be turned on with a switch or redstone signal. And directly below it is where you supply your EU. This is an EU insertion block from MFFS mod. And I have lots of high voltage going to it from these high voltage solar panels that you can't see the tops of right now. But that's what they are, high voltage solar arrays. So that thing is keeping it completely filled up with lots and lots of EU or force power. And then magically, because the MFFS mod uses frequency cards to connect certain parts of it, basically to connect your core that has all the power going to it, and any force fields that you want generated using that power. So this here is an area projector, so it projects a force field in an area selected here as a cube of radius 7 around this block. And it has the frequency card tied to that core. And it has all of the power from that core, powering it right now. It still needs a redstone signal, and I have it so that when I use that remote, it disables this area projector by turning off the redstone signal that tells it to turn on to project. So this is from red power. This is a NOT gate, and this is from the wireless redstone Chicken Bones edition mod, wireless redstone chicken bones edition. It is the wireless receiver, and I have it set up to frequency 911 so that I don't forget, because I have a terrible memory. So basically, as long as no signal is coming in on 911, there's a redstone signal telling this to project a force field. And the force field lets light through, so it lets solar panels work, but it keeps everything out, including people in creative. So that's awesome. But then when I use that wireless remote configured also to 911, and I engage it with right click, it disables the force field because it sends a signal here, which is inverted, and turns off the one telling us to go. Alright, so that's MFFS, and a little bit of IC2. I didn't use any resources of mine for this, by the way. It's all creative because I felt that I should have been able to get zombie brains, so anything that I use to make myself able to get zombie brains in a fair way is okay to use here. Alright, so there's then buildcraft stuff, and also tube stuff. That's a mod. Tube stuff apparently is a mod that adds certain tube related things to buildcraft and red power, like this RT thing, which is the retrievulator. Yes, retrievulator. It's the retriever and regulator, which are both from red power. And on one side is also a retriever, and on the other side is also a regulator. So basically it works with this retriever up here in a very kind of tricky way, in order to make certain things only pass through this and into this if there's a certain number of, or no wait, I'm explaining it poorly. It's still complicated even after I spent ages trying to get this working earlier. But basically, if the regulator doesn't have in its inventory here the exact pattern here, then anything that's not exactly matching, for example, a slime ball, if there's no slime ball here, then because it's here and it says I want one to be there, then it will automatically move from that R box into the retriever in that same spot, the slime ball that was in the retrievulator. I won't keep explaining this because it's a mouthful and all that, but the gist is that when I put things into that pit down below, and if it's a slime ball, for example, that slime ball gets pulled out of here automatically, and it's no longer requesting slime balls from the chest above here. And that slime ball for the retriever is now hanging out here, and it'll go back into the retriever if this no longer has a slime ball in it. So I take that out, and now the retriever is asking for a slime ball so that it can pull one down into this regulator from way up here. So the point of all of that is to basically see whether I have thrown into that pit at least one slime ball and at least one fur. Right, I got rid of all my fur. But if I have thrown in at least one of each, then the retriever is not retrieving any more of them because this has both for at least the moment. And when this gets both of those, because it matches this, it will output both of them into this, which is an incinerator from the tube stuff mod. It's basically like a void chest or anything else that basically just gets rid of your items that you don't want anymore. And I'm doing that because I'm also using the tube stuff duplicator to give me a zombie brain every time that I pull from that block using something like a filter. The filter, when it gets a red power signal from anywhere, will pull from this side, which has infinite zombie brains now if you make that many pulls, you'll get that many zombie brains. It'll pull through into this ender chest, which currently has 7 zombie brains, because that's exactly how many fur and slime balls I threw in. So that's pretty exciting that that all works. All that's left here is just to power the retriever, you need red power, and I needed things that conducted red power to be below or touching these solar panels, and that's why I have so many battery boxes. I really only needed 1 battery box, or maybe not even 1. I could have just used like right here, this is bedrock. Could have just used something like that, because you can never be too safe, right? But then it wouldn't have transmitted across here, and I'd have to like move that switch or something. Not the end of the world, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, that's that. So zombie brains from fur and slime balls, it's a thing. And I'm getting myself that signal for this wireless remote. Jeez. Letting myself out. Alright. Now for the fun part. And these are just lamps from the red power mod with red alloy wire running from a lever at the top. So yeah, that's pretty fun. 7 zombie brains, and I'm going to get loads more. Just need to get a bunch more slime. Right. Oh, since I'm not way up there, and it's super quiet in the game, and I didn't want to do that, I'm going to turn the sound back on. 60. Right, done. Back to game. Turn off creative. Turn off cheat. What? I am so confused. I don't know where I got leaves, and I don't know where I got wood. But, goodbye. Alright. So, that brings you up to speed. I'm going to put the raw chicken and the wood in the Dense Ores Age. Going to put slime balls and shimmer leaf, distorted skull in a chest here. And I spent so much time on that nearby that I filled these chests with cobblestone. And beyond that, these energy collectors are full and done converting all of their glowstone dust, or all of their stuff up to glowstone dust. So, wow, that's a lot. I don't have nearly enough diamond right now to upgrade these or make more, so I'm just going to throw in a whole bunch of coal. Right. And I just realized I should have held on to that wood from earlier, but it's no big deal. Alright. Drop these off. Glowstone dust, why not? I've got room for it right now. I do want paper, so I can make my talisman, finally. But first I'm going to a safe place. Well, relatively safe. So one of those guys pushes me down and then slimes get me. But, right, so I'm going to grab what I need for my talisman. That taken care of. Awesome. I don't think I've made one of these before either. So, in it goes. And I should have a brand new iron sickle very soon. Wow. I need to make a crystal wing sometime. It teleports you to your dimension's spawn point, but takes an ender pearl and some gold. The gold wouldn't be too terrible with the Philosopher's Stone making it, but ender pearls, no recipe for that, and endermen are really hard to find right now. Until I get to the end, which I mean that's gonna take a little while. Right. So get things cooking. That one's going. How much wood do I have? I'll just take all the wood from here and replenish it later. Meaning more than just 13. Wow. Can't catch a break. Alright. No fuel there. No fuel there. Wait, what is in here though? Trees, glass, slabs. And I'll grab this. Oh. These don't need to be in there either. I put them there for temporary, but it's not needed anymore. String can go with the chicken in the Dense Ores Age. Right. So checking on this, 3 more fragments of lost knowledge. Bunch of paper. In order to make, because the reason I'm interested in the zombie brains right now, is because the crystalline bell requires that you research V crystals, and V crystals are, before you get the crystalline bell to carefully collect them, collecting V crystals is hazardous to your world. So, so I was looking at other things that might help me improve my chance of success with this, with research, and putting brain in a jar around this instead of bookcases is apparently better. So that's the direction I want to go. And to do that, you need to research zombie brains. I don't know what specifically will help with success of researching zombie brains. So first I'm going to take paper out so I don't start researching before I'm ready to. 75% loss, 24% success, at least to get the fragment of lost knowledge. So, maybe if I put something with a high research value there, what happens? And if I put... No, obsidian is useless for that. Okay. Flint and steel. Nope. What else? Water bucket? Not really. I think it changed. Yeah, 2%. It's like nothing. Fragments of lost knowledge? No. Alright. So I'm going to actually, let's see, 31% for that. Lost 80%. That's not cool. Oof. 36 and 41. I can get more for later. So 75% chance of loss, 64% success. Let's give it a go. See how well it works. Fragment of forbidden knowledge. I thought that zombie brains were lost knowledge. Oh shoot, no. Does the Thaumanomicon have any information when I have fragments of knowledge on me? Forbidden. Nope. Okay, cool. Actually, what happens if I do this? What? Interesting. Did not expect it to actually be something. Your chicken? No, no chicken. Does not seem to work. Wood? No. Right, so maybe bread? No, let's check here. So, uncommon. So high research values come from the rarity, from higher rarity items. Research value 40 here. Research value 10 for just a fragment. Research value 20 for a zombie brain. It's actually pretty good. And glowstone dust has 3. Gold has... well, gold dust has nothing. Gold has 5. 2, 8 for diamond. Four for lava. Uranium has no research value. Okay. Done with all that. So let's see what we get from this lost knowledge here. I boost it with... well, zombie brains, why not? 43%. 37, so it adds 6% for each one, which isn't that great actually. If it was a fragment of forbidden knowledge, 51, 43. Huh. Sure, let's try it. I'm gonna go through zombie brains really fast. But hey, look at that. Soul Stealer enchantment. And that's just a theory, so that's not even the research. So I have more to do. Fragments of lost knowledge, zombie brains. Nothing. Okay, cool. No. I am failing hard. Okay, get rid of that. Bread, research value 3. Success 38%. 37%. Why not? It's worth a try. time to get more lost knowledge, and to use that lost knowledge to boost more lost knowledge. Oh my god, so many of these guys. Go away. Hmm. 3% success. That's so crazy. But it's something. I'll just let that go. Alright, so these guys. Now that I have, well, almost have 2 full stacks of charcoal. Take a few out. I'll put the Thaumcraft in my alchemy bag here. Safekeeping. Alright. So, these need some charcoal. And actually, since I have so much glowstone, I mean, I don't think it's going to be enough in the long run, but I'm going to take the glowstone out so that they upgrade as far as they want to go, which will really help for getting dark matter later on. Alright, and let me check something quick here. So we got zombie brains, well, access to zombie brains. Started research to get brain in a jar. We made talisman of repair, got the string for that. Nether Portal. Right, not making it in this dimension. I also want to make Mistcraft Ages to get silver wood and such. Because in order to make the enchanted wood, each one of them requires some kind of crystal, some kind of V crystal, as long as it's not tainted or depleted. So, and since great wood logs give you 5 enchanted wood, whereas any other type of wood gives you 4, then you get a lot more value for each V crystal that you burn up in the enchanting process. So I'm going to go to the Dense Ores Age first to drop some things off, and then make some, well, make a Mistcraft Age replaced with forests, pretty much only forests. It's going to be a little dangerous because forests can have bad things, but it's going to be daytime only, because that's all I like to do. Get the linking book right away, get a feather, have books in my inventory. There. Make this. Right, so descriptive book, this is going to be Day forest. Hmm. For Thaumcraft. Right. So, forest. Could do forest hills. Might be fun, but forest. Biome controller. No, this one's trash. Screwed it up. Gotta make another one. Gonna run out of books soon at this rate. No, I've got loads of sugarcane. It's laughable. Feather. Right. Look. Day forest for Thaumcraft. Forest. Single biome. Bright. I'll just do normal sky. Terrain. Villages? Sure. Because I'm not concerned about them getting all tainted, because even though that's a terrible thing, I'm not going to use this age with any regard for taint effect. So villages are going on. Yeah, I don't need any of these other things. Flat, standard. Let's do flat. Time, eternal day. Weather, fast weather. World modifier, no. Okay, so we have 7 modifiers and forest. Perfect. So that shouldn't change when we try to go there. Lava Ravines was the one that had those villages, and we got some things from it, but it's kind of tapped out, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Put Lava Ravines here. Go to the dense ores age, drop some things off. So loud. What? Interesting. So that, and make it stand. So we need to make 2 of those. Well, one of those I'm using on in the overworld. Actually, keep that. Alright. So yeah, I just emptied these up pretty much completely, except for this one. And I was in the process of making all of those into dusts, but now that I have so many more, I'm not sure if I want to make all of them dusts at this rate. I'm also going to drop off some of the Nicolite, since there's just so much. And redstone. Lapis. That helps a lot. Cool. Tin ore. Tungsten, silver. that's considered fuel. These are not, so they're not going in this chest. Alright, so basically keeping one full stack of each type of dust. Well, I don't need to be too frugal about it at this point, but later on maybe. Alright, lots of iron. Just gonna throw... I've got tons of copper already. Got a bit of silver. Why not? Gold. Drop all these off. Iron dust. Iron dust. Okay. Wow, perfect. Gold, copper, tin, silver. Okay, so I've only got 12 there, but I've got 3 there. Keeping the rubies and stuff here. The cinnabar ore actually can't be macerated. I think it was what I read. So, I'm not touching that at the moment. I think that is a nice way to slim down what I've got here. Gold. So, now that I have the arcane furnace set up, or... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do have it set up. Sorry, it took me a moment to remember what I did last episode. So now that I have the arcane furnace set up, I can just take all those dusts in here and hopefully get even more of the ingots than I would just cooking them up in the iron furnaces. Speaking of which, I forgot that I took these 2 iron furnaces and put them in my bag here. The idea behind that is if I'm in some place that's not the Thaumcraft arcane furnace or here, I can still throw one of those down and have some efficient cooking. What do I want to macerate next? Tin. Oh, well, whatever. Not super important at this point. Just macerating something is all that matters. Alright. I heard a bad cat. And what I mean by that is... one that is... It looks like a baby, like panther or something, but actually has a lot more health and deals a lot more damage than you would expect. Yeah, that dark thing over there. Alright. So, link book stand, and then moving on. Oh. I'm going to drop, or going to pick up some wood while I'm here. String, where did I want to put the string? It's not from this farm, so I'm putting it in here. Okay. Wood? No wood. Not super important, I'll just move on. Okay, so fingers crossed this doesn't get me killed or have the game crash, so let's see. Alright, nothing red on the minimap, which is a positive sign. We have birch, oak, think that might be great wood. It might be oak, it's hard to tell. Oh shoot. So I'm going to just cut down everything that's like in this area around where I spawned, because when I respawn, I should respawn on the flat ground then, when I come back out here next. Because if I can't use the waypoints the next time that I come here, I won't remember possibly to mark the area, and I'll lose my way and won't be able to get back here. I suppose if I made a crystal wing, that would help, but I haven't done that yet, and have no ender eye, or ender pearl, I mean, so it's not a possibility at this time. I don't know why I was wasting time in there trying to get wood. Going to a forest. Alright. Okay. Going to put the link book over here and make a tower, I guess. With the forest and a flat world, it's going to be hard to see anything unless I like go up really high and have a tower in the distance. So that's what I'll do, I guess. But first, just make sure this works. Cool. Lovely. Tower. I never have any other use for these things. And water bucket. So we've got pumpkins up there. We have Eldritch Monument that way. No. That's just part of a tree. I'm not seeing any silver wood. Which is strange, because I've seen them. It might need to be a specific type of biome that's not just forest. But either way, I'm gonna drop off of here. Hopefully not die. Best part of Minecraft. Awesome. Get my water back. No trace. Right. Okay, so don't really have a clear direction of where to head here to get the silverwood logs and greatwood logs. But it's about time to wrap up this episode, so what I think we'll do is start of next episode, pick up here where we left off, try to explore this area a bit now that we have a tower to come back to. Thank you for the fur too, wow, awesome. And yeah, we'll pick up here next episode and hopefully find a lot of silverwood, some shimmerleaf, greatwood logs, and actually make shears to get all their leaves too, because those are really useful also. So that'll be what we work on when we start next episode. There's also that pesky nether portal that I have yet to make in the overworld. So now that we have some other things out of the way, and should be able to make a little bit better progress with Thaumcraft, even though it seems like it's going to be a really slow process. Being able to use that cobble gen should help quite a bit, at least at the very beginning, in order to get the research notes, and then those each should be a good research booster for doing further research. So just need to keep pumping cobblestone into there at least, I think, and getting zombie brains, and then using the research fragments as boosters for the zombie brains maybe? Who knows? We'll get it figured out. And then we'll get some things, further things set up, like V-Tank and V-Taint Detector, which I was hoping to do this episode, but didn't get around to it. There was too much to do. But yeah, and then we'll have some Mobius and Eternalis fuels before we know it, because we've got quite a lot of stuff going in those energy collectors, and it's really easy to forget about them. So it's going to be a fun time. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Take care, guys.